Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Thirsty Professional. This is a place where we grab a bevy, coffee with sugar free hot cocoa today. We ditch the BS and we get real about careers, purpose, and fulfillment. I'm your host, Beth Ann Campbell. Before we start, if there's anybody out there, if you can let me know if my audio is okay. I am had some problems last time and I think I got the settings right, but if anybody's there, shows up, please. In fact, I'm going to put it in a message. Please let me know if my audio is good. This is what happens when you start off with the free version of the platform because they don't let you go in and do a recording, so you kind of don't know. All right. Hopefully it's working out for you. Okay. So I'm Beth Campbell. I am a survivor of 23 years in corporate chaos. I am now working on my own business ownership badassery. I am as of this week, award-winning author of Where the Hell is My Bacon? Yes, that is right. Um, my book, Where the Hell is My Bacon, just this week got an International Impact Book Award. My little snarky, sweary corporate book with bacon, and I'm just over the moon. It's so exciting. So, don't let anybody tell you ever that you're too old. So this is exciting. All right. If you're watching live, let me know you're here in the comments, where you're from, and also, most importantly, what are you drinking today? And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And of course, any questions, suggestions, feedback, let me know in the comments or send me a DM and I will address it either here in this episode or in a future episode. I am joined again today by Miss Hattie Arbuckle. And so she's all festived out for the holidays. So good to have her here. Just a few announcements. First, I have lined up already 4 confirmed guests for January and early February 2025. And I'm so excited. This is really the core. This is the mojo of the Thirsty Professional. This is really how I wanted this show. This is just the setup. This is just I'm getting you warmed up because really the guests are what it is. I've got Miss Heidi Medina, founder of The Collective, which is a group that I belong to. It's amazing. Check it out. She is a social media marketer, a LinkedIn guru extraordinaire and friend. And so she's going to kick us off on January 10th. I have Stella Scott coming in. She is an astro coach, creator of the amazing Cosmic Strategies mobile app, which you can get on Google Play or the App Store on the iPhone. And among many other amazing things on this mobile app, you will find not one, but 2 articles written by moi. So check that out. I'm going to have my friend Stephanie Banach, yoga therapist, mindset maven, and I'm going to call her Zen Babe, who she's going to be coming on as well. And then I have my friend Maria Elena Pamies, cross-dresser's fairy godmother and super transparent her phrase. I love it. So I've got a whole bunch of more people that I'm going to be reaching out to. If I've talked to you and I haven't reached out to you yet, please bear with me. It's just holiday time and I've been super busy, but I will get those out to you. And we'll get you on the show, maybe set up a chat just to talk first. And so it's awesome. So if you've not been in touch with me, or you haven't, then maybe this is your first time here and you might be interested in coming on The Thirsty Professional and being brutally candid about your journey with your career, your passion, your pursuit of purpose or fulfillment, mindset, just let me know either in the comments or you can send me a direct message through LinkedIn if you're able. And I will get in touch. I'm going to be off next Friday, December 27th for the holiday. I'm going to be coming back January 3rd, which I hope will be my close to my last solo appearance for a while, because like I said, I've got a lot of guests lined up. So I'm not seeing anybody coming on, so I am hoping that my audio is working. Otherwise, I might have to re-record this and throw it in on YouTube. But you know what? That's the glory of technology. Okay, let's jump into it. We're going to talk today about goals. So I'm recording this in December. We're getting close to the end of the year, and a lot of people take this time to reflect and set goals for the new year. And this is not, by the way, this is not a discussion about New Year's resolutions because, those are fine, but we're going to think bigger than that because we deserve bigger than go to the gym 3 times a week or I'm going to put $100 in savings every month. So I'm reading a book that was recommended to me by my friend Heidi, and it's called 10x is easier than 2x. It's by Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. I'm going to throw that here up so you can see that. It's such a great book. I'm only about a quarter through the book, and it's just kind of blowing me away. So the kind of the theme of this book is that the really big goals, like your 10x goals, they take less work because when we're going for something big, we weed out what won't get us there a lot better than we do when we go for a smaller goal. So, like if you go for a 2x goal, a 2 times goal, you're just working harder, right? But when you go for the big one, you tend to focus a lot more. So, I want us to look at our 10x goals. And I see Stephanie has joined us, Stephanie, who's going to be on the show. Awesome. Volume is good. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Letting me know that my audio sounds good. Let me know if it goes out because it's a little wonky some days. But okay, so we're going to look at our 10x goals. So, what is it that you, dearest listener, in my best Lady Whistledown voice, dearest listener, what do you want for yourself in your career, your life, your happiness, your purpose? What do you really, really desire? And I want you to think about that right now. Like, I want you to think big, 10x big. So, as an example, do you want to quit your shitty corporate job and be your own boss? That was my big goal when I was in corporate. Do you want to earn 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 or more per month as an entrepreneur, for example? Do you want to open a coffee shop or a bakery? Do you want a new house in the suburbs, maybe with a pool, a trampoline, or maybe you want something out in the country with a horse farm, a lot of acreage? That was my dream until I realized that there was no one around me. But some people love it. Do you want to travel across Europe for a month or maybe go to Asia and travel for a year? Do you want to go back to school at age 50 or whatever your age is and be a veterinarian? And then what does that look like? Once you kind of think about what your big goal is, what does it look like? How do you keep motivated so you don't lose track of the goal? Because we know failed goals. This is why I'm not doing New Year's resolutions, because New Year's resolutions, just another word for failed goal as far as I'm concerned. I know I shouldn't have that belief, but it seems like so many people peter out. So how do we keep our vision from becoming a failed New Year's resolution? So it's a good question. So why are goals important? Why do we even need to have them? So if you have thoughts about this, I would love for you to put that in the comments. Tell me why you think goals are important, or why you hate them, if that's where you're at. So for me, the main reason is that if we can't define or visualize what our end state is, like what do we want to achieve on anything, whether it's a project or a goal or whatever, how can we take the right actions in order to get there? How do we know, like when we get ideas or inspiration, that they're the right ideas and the right inspiration that will get us to that wish fulfilled? And how do we know when we've arrived? So think of a goal as a beacon we move toward, and it determines the paths that we take. It determines the ideas that we get and the ones that we pursue. It determines the activities and the tasks that we complete to achieve whatever it is we desire. So, as an example, let's say I want to go on vacation, like on holiday, away from home, because normally when I go on vacation, I'm usually hanging out at the house with the dog. So I'm going on a big vacation. I need to know, what is the destination? Am I going to Cancun? Am I going to London for a week? Am I going to be in a remote cabin in Yellowstone National Park? Probably not me, because they have big bears there, but you might want to go to a remote cabin in Yellowstone National Park. I've heard it's beautiful, but bears. So I need to have a picture in my head about this destination, because I need to plan, I need to prepare and anticipate what's going to happen on the journey. I need to figure out my travel. Maybe I'm going to map a route, or maybe I'm going to take a plane. I need to pack a suitcase, or maybe it's a backpack or a trunk. Do I need a swimsuit, or do I need a snowsuit, or both sometimes? Where am I going to stay? What am I going to do? What am I going to eat? That kind of thing. How much money do I bring? Do I have do they take cash where I'm going, or cards, or both? Do I need bear spray or mosquito repellent or sunscreen? Probably not bear spray because, like I said, I don't do bears, big bears, grizzlies. We have bears here in Virginia, but they're kind of like big dogs. All right, so all of this stuff I need to know, otherwise we don't know what way to turn. I don't know what way to turn when I go out my driveway. Am I going to the airport? Am I on a drive? I have no end state, so I don't know. And goals are similar. So if my goal is to be, for example, a senior vice president at a company, the tasks that I'm going to undertake to do that are probably very different than the ones that somebody would do if they're going to leave their traditional job and open like an ice cream shop, which I think would be very fun. I would love to open. I would probably gain a lot of weight, but it would be fun. All right. So, let's see. I've been learning a lot about um, goals in the past months as I've been working on my mindset, and I've been trying to put better energy out there. So I'm enrolled right now in a program called Thinking into Results Business Mentorship. It is affiliated with the Proctor Gallagher Institute, which is a leadership program. Bob Proctor, some of you may be familiar with the name. He's pretty famous. He was in The Secret, if you were familiar with The Secret. But this particular program is run by a mentor named Ava Paycheck. And I've talked about her masterclass in a lot of my social media posts and videos because she's really awesome. If anybody wants to hear anything more about this program, there is a free masterclass, a week long. It's very easy. It's like an hour a day for a week that runs every month. And just put hashtag TIR in the comments or thinking into results, and I will reach out and just give you some more information if you're interested. I'm just going to take a second here before I continue because I see Stephanie is coming in here. And by the way, folks, I have a little bit of a delay. Unfortunately, without a partner on another device, it's a little tricky to get comments real time, and even then they don't come in real time. And apparently, when I tried to do that the other day, it interfered with my audio. So just bear with me because there are some delays here. So Stephanie says, I'm going to show here. I think resolutions are something we think we have to create or change to change ourselves, whereas goals help us to live more in alignment with who we are. Ooh, I love that, Stephanie. Resolutions are things that we think we have to create or change about ourselves, whereas goals help us live in alignment with who we are and move us forward. That is so, I'm stealing that from you. That's awesome. Yeah, resolutions don't have do goals supportive. Yeah, I love this. I'm gonna leave this up here because this is really cool, and I'm gonna quote you on this because that's awesome. Okay, so I'm enrolled in this program, working on my mindset, and one of the most astonishing things to me that I've learned through this mindset work is that in order for us to stick to our goals, the goals have to be meaningful, right? As Stephanie just said, that this is aligned with who we are. And we have to have some deep connection to them that keeps us committed. And we call that the why, right? So I'm going to use myself as an example to illustrate what is the why. And then a little bit later, we'll talk about the even bigger power of getting to your true why. So I know this is a little weird, but stay with me. This is good stuff. So my big goal is this, and I always state this in present tense as if it's happening because that's just a manifestation thing. So my goal is I earn $20,000 per month as a kick-ass entrepreneur with multiple creative income streams, including writing best-selling books and getting paid to speak and inspire. So for me, this is a great 10x goal because as a business owner, I have not, that would be definitely monetarily is definitely beyond what I've would ever have thought to earn. Best-selling author. I have 3 books on 3 novels that have not been published, and I've never never been on a best-selling list. So that's a big 10x goal for me. And then speaking, I've done a lot of podcasting, lives, and videos, but I've never spoken at a summit, and I've never gotten paid to speak. So those are my my 10x versions of my goals. So that's great. But what is it that keeps me committed to that goal? The goal itself almost means nothing. It's just words. I have to have some kind of inspiration behind it, something that's very personal that can only be realized when I reach that goal. I need a why, some sort of emotional connection tied to the achievement of that goal that drives me and keeps me focused. So when I set this goal earlier this year, I attached inspiration to that goal, and that helps me keep committed. My original why, and we'll talk about what it is now, but originally this was my why. So I earned 20K per month as a kick-ass entrepreneur so that, now is my why, so that I have a vacation house by the shore of Lake Michigan for at least a month every year where my extended family and friends can come and stay. We can be together. We walk along the beach in the morning. We have coffee on the big deck, and we make homemade pizza on the big marble countertop in the kitchen. And I got even more detailed than this, but having that kind of meaningful and detailed why makes it easier to visualize my goal achieved, which that's a key tool for manifestation, right? But I can visualize, I can imagine the smells and the sights and the sounds, in the environment and the feeling of that why. It's because it's real and it's detailed and it's meaningful. So having that why makes it easier for me to experience gratitude about having that wish fulfilled. And again, gratitude, another great way to get into the right vibration to manifest. It helps me to understand what's it going to be like when my goal is achieved, because the house for the family and the vacation home, that is only achieved that is only gotten when I've achieved my goal. So I can imagine my end state via this house on the shore, and then I can live from the end, which helps keep me inspired. Again, another manifestation thing, living from the end. And it helps me to attract the things, the ideas and the opportunities that help me reach that goal. So many reasons why the why is very important. So I want you to think about your why. Why do you want to achieve your big goal? What is it that can only happen when that goal is met? What does it look like when your wish is fulfilled? What is your end state? Stephanie says, awesome goals, Beth, award-winning author, future bestseller, and paid speaker. Thank you. Thank you for helping me to throw that out to the universe, Stephanie. I'm telling you, I'm feeling good. I feel good. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Okay, everybody, be thinking about your why. So here's a little twist to the why that I've just uncovered in the last couple months. So I said earlier that my original why was the vacation home by the lake, family and friends gathering, right? But that's not my true why. So there's a great technique out there that you can use to get to your real why of your goal and understand what is really at the core driving you. And this technique is called 7 levels deep. I learned about it from my friend Jyotsna, and then it also came up in this program that I'm enrolled in. There's a great video out on YouTube by Dean Graziosi, and I'll put a link in the comments after the show today. Or you can just go to YouTube and search 7 levels deep. You'll find it pretty easy. Anyway, you can do this tool on paper, and if you Google 7 levels deep, you'll get a number of cheat sheets that you can use. But you can also do it verbally, and I very highly recommend that if you have somebody in your life that can do this, do it verbally with somebody who maybe has a high emotional intelligence or maybe a knack for Socratic questioning, because it's so powerful when it's done in person. But the gist of this 7 levels deep is you state your why. So for me, the house by the beach, right? And then you ask yourself, or if you're working with a partner, your partner would ask you, why is it important to, and then you fill in the blank with your why. So why is it important for you to have a vacation house on Lake Michigan for your family and friends? Based on the response, then you, or if you're working with a partner, your partner would then ask the same question using your response. So, whatever I respond, why is it important for me to have a house by the shore? Then the next question would be, why is it important for you to blah, 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 whatever I responded, right? Eventually, as you probe deeper and deeper, you get into the real meaning of why your goal is important. So, the mentor that I mentioned earlier, Ava Paycheck, did this technique on me a few months ago in a group call. And I'm gonna kind of go through some of what we talked about to help illustrate how this actually works. So Ava asks me, why do you want to earn $20,000 per month as an entrepreneur? And I give her my original why. I want to spend a month in a vacation home on the shore of Lake Michigan where my family and friends can gather. Seems like a good why, right? Ava then asks, why is it important for you to spend a month in a vacation home on the shore of Lake Michigan with your family? Okay. So I have to think about this and I say, well, okay, because I don't spend much time with them. I have a big extended family. I have 6 brothers and sisters, five living. They're all breeding, and then the spawn are breeding too. So there's just a ton of us, and we all are just we love each other. So my answer is I don't get to spend much time with them. It fills my cup, and I get to bond with them. So Ava asks, why is it important to spend time with your loved ones and to bond with them? And I answer, because I'm physically separated and I miss the love and interaction, and maybe I'm not getting and receiving. Getting and receiving are the same thing. I'm not giving and receiving in the same way in my immediate world. So then she would ask, why is it important to have family interaction? And I answer, because it's an expression of love to me that I can express back to them. So you kind of get the idea of where we're going here. So this went on for a few more levels. And then at level 7, just like magic, it hit me. Connection. It's important for me to have connection with the people I love, to freely give and receive love with everyone. So that was my core why. So I restated my statement, my why statement. I earn $20K per month as a kick-ass entrepreneur because for deeper connections, that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for deeper connections. For the freedom, the flexibility, and the financial means to cultivate situations that foster connections with the people I love so I can give and receive love freely. So the vacation house on the lake to gather with the family, it's not the house. It is a place. I have the freedom, the flexibility, and the financial means to foster this place that cultivates these connections with the people that I love, and where I can give and receive love freely. So when Ava did this exercise with me, level 3, I'm crying. I'm already crying. It's on a group call, but you know what? It's a safe space, right? So but it really was that profound. And again, you can do this on paper, but it's so much more powerful with somebody else. And I will just say this. I have a standing offer. If anybody wants to jump on a call and do the 7 levels deep with me for your goal and your why, I will do it. No monetary exchange. I will do it in exchange for a testimonial. I'm not even going to tell you what to write in the testimonial. Just you give me a testimonial, an email, you give me a recommendation on LinkedIn, or you put a post out on LinkedIn, and your word is as good as as good as is needed. I will do this with you and run you through this. It really is powerful, especially when you do it with somebody who's kind of understands how it goes. Excuse me. Got a little hair of the dog this morning. Whew. Okay. So any questions about your goal or your why or the 7 levels deep tool, just let me know in the comments, and I will take some time to get to those and respond. But I want you to take some time today and write down your vision, your big goal, your big 10x goal for your career or your life or your purpose, whatever it is. And I want you to think big, really big. I want it to be a little uncomfortable for you, because 10x is uncomfortable. What do you really, really want? Something that's just a little out of the box for you. Think magic genie lamp, go 10x. I mean, something that's attainable. Like, don't think my big goal is that I want to be a literal mermaid and live under the sea because that's defying the laws of, many things. But, within your constraints of the world in general and the universe. So then I want you to ask yourself, what is life like when that goal is achieved? What will you have? What will you experience? How do you feel when that goal is achieved? And then think about what really resonates, like emotionally, like deep down. Write that down as your inspiration, the why. Why do you want this goal? And then try the 7 levels deep exercise on paper with somebody else or me, like I said, standing offer, and get to your true why. It will be life changing with your goals. It really has for me. So once you put some thought into that and your vision and your inspiration, come back to the session and let me know what your goal is in the comments. And let's get your why and let's make this happen for you, because this is really a great way to be more committed to those big things and think big. All right, I am just going quickly to the chat. I see Stephanie there, but I don't see anything new. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for new. No, Stephanie says, no mermaids or unicorns. Got it. In our heads, in a way, in some form, we can do that. We'd have to be interpretive, I think, for breathing underwater. But hey, you never know. All right. Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you, everybody else, for joining the Thirsty Professional. Don't forget, I'm off next Friday, December 27th. I'm back on the 3rd. We're starting guests on the 10th. If you're watching on LinkedIn, please connect if you're not already. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, any feedback, please leave them in the comments, or you can direct message me if you are able to do that. Make sure you get a copy of my now award-winning book, Where the Hell is My Bacon, for yourself or anybody that you know is tired of the corporate rat race and who loves bacon. And congratulate yourself for getting real, for letting yourself be here and getting real about your career, your purpose, and your fulfillment. And I see Eileen joined. Thank you, Eileen, for joining. Miss Hattie Arbuckle and I bid you farewell, happy holidays, and happy new year. Take it easy.